first of all, let me thank you for giving me this privilege of being part of a very important and very pious function. Call it important and pious because it's all for the service of humanity and for serving the people of the country in very difficult times. And I am happy that I've got this privilege second time in last 3 4 months. I fondly remember that a couple of months back I had the privilege to be part of a function where, for the first time, honestly speaking, I had learnt about the history of Punjab National Bank. And earlier I had not known that Punjab National Bank's founder was the great Lala Lajpat Rai, and the great freedom fighter who is an inspiration for every Indian. And today in this function, you have given me the privilege of garlanding his statue also. So thank you for all that. And I remember that you started with a function whereby you thought of that was the time when there was a peak of COVID pandemic in our country also, and a lot of people were suffering. The Prime Minister and everyone had been appealing time and again to actually follow the COVID appropriate behavior. And the most important thing for the COVID appropriate behavior was to ensure that everyone was wearing a mask properly, and everyone was focusing on hand hygiene, respiratory etiquettes, physical distancing, do gaj ki duri, and all those things. And that was the time when it was very essential that we must make sure that everyone in this country should have access to these masks. Although the Prime Minister had appealed and he had given easy options to the people also using face covers and so many other things. But you took that initiative, and not only you initiated, but you also ensured that all over the country, almost in 662 districts, over 10 lakh masks and sanitizers, they were all distributed. So that speaks volumes about the commitment of the people in Punjab National Bank. And then you just now mentioned that it's not only starting with that movement, there were other activities whereby the families of the soldiers who lost their lives in Galwan Valley, they were all honored all across the country. You ensured that on Teachers' Day, over 10,000 teachers were also honored all across the country, and all those students who performed well in the examination. So this tells us about the multiple types of activities and the multiple dimensions of the activities that you have been thinking about. And the most recent one that was in fact launched on the birthday of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, on 2nd of October, in the presence of my distinguished colleague Shri Narendra Singh Tomar ji, whereby you thought of going to starting this Sampark Abhiyan in the villages with the farmers for special privileges and special opportunities, and then sharing those opportunities with them, taking them to their doorsteps in their panchayats. And there also, you've started with a modest 3,000 villages, but you intend to take it to almost 25,000 villages. And you see, as far as this present government is concerned, we have been watching the contribution of the bank personnel and your bank also, right from 15th of August 2014. We remember Jan Dhan Yojana, which is a historic Yojana for financial inclusion, which was launched, and then it was followed by so many other schemes where whether it was giving loans to the poor women or for a number of schemes. Last 6 years, we have seen that every visionary program that has been launched by the Prime Minister, which of course involves the uh, bank people. Bank peoples have risen to the occasion in an exemplary way, and they have, because I remember that when the first time this Jan Dhan Yojana was launched on 15th of August 24, it was an announcement made by the Prime Minister. At that time, we also could not appreciate the impact of this financial inclusion. And on 26th January 2015, the country had already got its name into the Guinness Book of World Records. It was all because of the contribution of our people working in the banks who made sure, and now today almost everyone in this country has almost a bank account, and then the way the bank transfers are being made, the way digital India has been implemented through the banking system, and this is the same country where people used to say that if you deliver a rupee to the poorest of the poor, then only 15 paise may get delivered. But now it's because of the system that has been practically implemented and enforced. For every rupee, you are transferring 100 paisa to the poorest of the poor in the remotest part of the country. And then you just now mentioned about this innovative program, that for 4 5 programs, when you have someone getting involved in a digital transaction or maybe for other schemes, just you get his involvement and get 5 rupees out of it, and already you have ensured that 40 lakhs are already transferred to the PM Cares Fund, and you uh, feel that every month there will be a contribution of 75 lakh
25 lakhs.
rupees,
25 lakhs per month.
25 lakh per month. So that itself, I think, you see, that shows that the most important, because I, as a science and technology minister, also while we promote the startup and the stand-up movement, I always say that these days what is most important is the innovation coefficient of the people.
Yes.
And these days it is not only the economy of money, but it is the economy of ideas. So if you have a good idea and if you have a good innovative vision, with small inputs you can have see maximum output. This 5 rupees is nothing for anybody, but how to get those 5 rupees, you have devised this innovative way. So that is, I think, a fantastic idea.
And contribution is from bank only, sir. We are not taking money from him. So
Acha.
emotionally, we are connecting with the customer, saying that you come to digital,
Okay.
we will contribute 5 rupees from the bank.
But you see, but that also is, I think, exemplary, because you are paying the money
Yes.
simultaneously, because you see that is the dream of the Prime Minister. Right from, I remember that the first few cabinet notes of this cabinet decisions of this present government under Prime Minister Modi, I think we got into the government in May 2014, and I think by July, August, we had our first cabinet note, which was all about digital India. So, and after that, he had pursued this goal very, very passionately. Every meeting, everywhere, public function, party function, cabinet meetings, everywhere he has been promoting this idea. We have also organized so many meetings in 2015 to promote this digital transaction system. So this is a great idea that you are involving them emotionally also. You are literally asking them to shift to digital. That is also helping the country in a big way. And then, of course, paying from your own bank system. So that itself, I think that is worth appreciation from.
And economically, the transaction cost will get reduced.
Yes.
If the customer comes to the branch, the value of transaction, the cost of transaction is high.
Yes,
So everybody in the ecosystem gets benefit.
That certainly strengthens the ecosystem also, and that gives, I think, inspiration to
Yes, sir.
others also. So all these, I think, activities that you have been, and then the activity for which you have specifically called me, right now we saw this digital film where all the activities pertaining to all the branches all over the country, they have been shown in a symbolic manner, but that also speaks a lot about the contribution of Punjab National Bank for various multifarious activities for the service of the society. And today itself, the program, another program that that has been that is going to be delivered is a contribution of a van
Well,
for the service of the patients and the relatives, and the patients and the relatives of those patients who uh, fall ill with serious ailments, and then you are contributing this to another very, I think, pious institution. That's the just our this Bhavarav Devras ji's Nyas. So I had the privilege to uh, spend quite a bit of my time with Bhavarav Devras ji on multiple occasions, and uh, I remember that just a few days before his death, I was part of a very important doctor's function that I had organized in Friends Colony, in which he had participated. So he was a legendary RSS Pracharak and a very great visionary. And then the activity that has been created in the campus of All India Institute of Medical Sciences around his memory for these patients, I think that is delivering human service to the cause of humanity. So this contribution of yours in the form of a van worth over 10-11 lakh rupees will certainly add a lot of strength to the activities and for facilitating the movement of these patients and others in that campus. So I can only say that it is because of this, you see, on 8th of November, we shall be completing almost 10 months of our fight against COVID. Because I remember that the first meeting that I had organized in my ministry was on 8th of January. So we are already into the 10th month. And on 8th of November, when we complete 10 months, you see, last 10 months has been very, I would say, historic in the sense it has been a great learning experience. And for a country as vast as India with 1.35 to 1.4 billion people, the way country has fought against COVID, it has not been a whole of government approach, but it has also been a whole of societal approach also. Everybody in the society has risen to the occasion. Um, Millions of poor people who were stranded here and there, they did not have place to live. These, especially these migrant laborers and all, they had no facility for food. But everything has been provided to them, not only by the government but by the society also, by the organizations like yours in various forms. And that's how, after 10 months, we can comfortably say that the country, in spite of so much of crisis, you are talking about GDP shock and all those things, but in spite of that, we have seen the Prime Minister having the boldness to have programs like Atmanirbhar Bharat now, the Prime Minister's Garib Kalyan packages worth almost 20 lakh crores. It has all happened, and now so many things are happening around the activities within the bank systems. So people have, I think, as a nation, people have been fighting COVID together, and that's the reason that in spite of our country being such a vast country where people had a lot of apprehensions that what is going to happen to India. I I would remind you that sometimes in March and April, there are a lot of these very distinguished intellectuals had come from outside the country, and they had predicted that by July and August there will be about 300 million cases in India. And then they had said that there will be something like 5 to 6 million deaths in the country. And this they repeated once again. But you are seeing that we are into the 10th month, and now what the level of our achievement has been. We are having a recovery rate of 90%. We are having the least fatality rate in the whole world, just about 1.5% or so. And the same country where we started with one lab. Today, when I talk to you, we are having more than 2,000 labs in the country. We are doing more than 1 to 1.5 million tests a day. Our average number of cases, number of deaths per million, or number of tests per million, everything, when you compare it with the rest of the world, we are far better placed than everyone. And on all fronts where we were deficient in everything, we were deficient in PPEs, we were deficient in N95 masks, ventilators, and so many things. And now all these things we are producing in our own country, we are in a position to export. This is all, and it's not only these materials, but even on the scientific front, we have been the first ones in the world to have isolated the virus, to have done genome sequencing of 2,000 viruses. We have 40,000 viruses stored in our biorepositories for the studies, academic activity, and we have now, right now, there are 200 vaccine candidates all over the world. And you will be happy to know that out of those 200 vaccine candidates who are working in some way or the other about the vaccines, we have 30 vaccine candidates in India only. And out of these 200, 9 are in the advanced stages all over the world. And out of those 9 in the advanced stages, 3 are in India. And out of these 3 also, till recently, 1 was in an advanced clinical trial, 3rd phase, and 2 were in the advanced phase 2 trial. Now the one has also gone into the phase 3 trial. So we have now 2 vaccines in phase 3 trial and 1 vaccine in advanced phase 2 trials, and then another 4 5 are in the advanced preclinical trials. So we are not lagging behind anywhere as compared to the rest of the world. So that's what India is, and it is all because of the contribution of everybody has risen to the occasion. The scientists never thought that it was a work of the health ministry, or the other ministries never thought that it's about health ministry. Everybody worked as a total nation, total country, and that's how I think your Punjab National Bank's job is not to be running around in the villages or to be distributing masks and sanitizers to people all across the country, but you have also realized that these are difficult times and everyone has a responsibility for the society and the nation. So that's why you have also taken up this job, and all your people all across the country living truly up to the traditions of the founder of Punjab National Bank, Lala Lajpat Rai, who everybody remembers as a great freedom fighter. Every child remembers how much he was tortured by the Simon Commission and all. So I think I'll like to stop here, and once again thank you and congratulate all of you, and keep the good work on. And I'm sure that a lot of other people will take inspiration from this good work, and we should soon be able to fight out COVID and ultimately deliver a successful victory to the people of India
Yes.
over COVID.